What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing the first ever Workshop Wednesday. Now the idea of these videos are posted on Wednesdays, of course, and then if there's a question I'm getting asked a lot, or if you guys have a specific question that I can't really answer in a normal tutorial video form, then I'm going to do it as a short form video like this, showing whatever it is or however I did it, or just something neat that I want to share with you guys. So today's topic is the lure turner I have. Is one that I built myself. Is kind of like rigged together. It's not my most prized craftsmanship thing that I've done, but I showed it to some people the other night on a live stream, and I had several people actually email me asking about it or how I built it, or if I have a video on how I built it. And as of right now, I have no videos showing how to build a lure turner. However, that is on my list. I have a big list of ideas I have. That is one of the things on the list. I just don't know that it'll be happening soon, because this one seems to be working good for me. But Bob did shoot me an email, so Bob, if you see this, thanks for the email, and I hope I can kind of show this to you and help you get on track to build yours. I will bring the camera in a little bit closer, show you guys how it was constructed, and hopefully anybody that's getting ready to build one can get some ideas from this and be able to make their own. Okay, just trying to keep the video short and sweet so I don't bore you guys. As you can see, it's very rigged together. This used to be a shelf that was part of some landscaping, and the board running through the middle was supposed to be Topwater Rats, but it was the only board I had at the time when I made this that would work. So what we got is a disco ball motor I had bought off of Amazon. I've literally been running it for years. Sometimes I even forgot that I had clear coated a bait, and it would run for a couple days, which probably isn't good, but just shows that it does work very well. Magnets I got from Harbor Freight. I think they were $4 or $5 each, along with all of these little clips to hold the baits. Now, if you're going to build one just like this, I would suggest sourcing these guys somewhere else, because all the ones that I bought kind of have trouble clamping. Like you can see on this one, I'll clamp the bait and then I'll rubber band it shut, because sometimes, or when you set it on there, it kind of makes a pop. The bait will go flying and come and fall off. I've actually had that happen on a couple of the recent YouTube videos I did, so I'm like all worried about the bait, making sure it looks good, and then get the clear coat on perfect, set it on there, and it pops off and gets dirt on the floor. So I would try to source these somewhere else besides Harbor Freight. They work, some of them work great. It's kind of like half and half, but nothing else. The rubber band kind of helps keep them safe. Today I did get this in the mail. So it's actually a perfect time to make this video. These are a bunch of little clamps with the little alligator teeth on the front, so I'm just gonna make my own. And this was a really quick prototype one that I'd made right before the video, just so I could show you guys. But it's got like a magnet or a piece of metal will be glued to the bottom, and then just a couple of pieces of wood, so I can still pull the bait off easy, be able to brush a clear coat or fix a little bubble or a spot if there is one. And then it clamps or clips magnetically on there, which I actually think something like that's going to work better, because whenever you have these all lined up, you start running out of real estate pretty quick. So on the one that I'm making, I should be able to get a whole bunch more baits to fit on there, no problem. As far as attaching the disco ball to the motor, it had a little spindle or a little nub that comes off of there with a hole through it. So it's literally just a hole drilled into the piece of wood with a nail used as the safety pin bent. So like I said, not the prettiest construction ever, but it works. So attaching the other end is just a hole I drilled out slightly bigger than a screw, and then ran a screw through this board, and then have it threading tight into the board that's spinning. So like I said, horrible construction. You need to make sure and judge me by my creativity, not craftsmanship when it comes to this one. And to answer another question several people had asked is if I still use the Illumina UV clear coat that cures via the UV lights, and I do. I started making some massive fishing lures. One's kind of like this, a really big one, and I was having trouble with the UV. It was kind of like dripping or running to one end with the bait being so wide. And I was trying to brush on really thick layers of the clear coat. I was just having a little bit of trouble with that. And I used to clear coat with a 2-part resin, and then I'd switch to the UV clear coat. So this is just kind of like I'm in between and trying things. I'll always be trying new clear coats if I see something different. So if I ever post something like, hey, this is the best clear coat ever, you should use it, I'm not just saying that. I do like to switch between different clear coats. So anything against Illumina UV, absolutely not. I actually need to get some more of it because I'm fresh out. And while we are talking about clear coat, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but I do want to show you, this is kind of the whole idea with the Workshop Wednesdays, is I'll show you guys my mistakes, I'll show you what I'm using, or how I'm correcting the mistakes. So the clear coat I have been using is a 2-part tabletop epoxy resin from Promise Epoxy, and I actually got it, I keep this inside just because such a large quantity. This is the clear coat I've been using, but don't buy this one in particular. So I had posted a couple videos on Instagram, and then people were asking which clear coat I was using, so I tagged the Promise company on Instagram, and they shot me a message and asked which one I was using. I told them it was the 2-part tabletop one, and they said, hey, it would actually work better if you used our UV clear coat. And by UV, not curing UV, it's just UV protectant. So the clear coat I've been using on all these baits I've posted on YouTube will actually yellow or get kind of like that dingy, cloudy yellow color once they've been out in the sun for too long. So a little bit of a bummer, but no big deal for me because I pretty much keep all the baits that I paint for YouTube. I kind of keep them as art and a collection on the wall, so that's no big deal. I now pretty much have 2 gallons of the tabletop epoxy, so you guys might see a little update to the paint table. So don't buy that one in particular. I've got some of the correct stuff in the mail. It should be here, posting this on Wednesday, so it should either be here Thursday or it should be here Friday, and I'll do a video using it and showing exactly step-by-step how I clear coat. I'm assuming it will react the same way that that other stuff has. It just has the UV protectant in it. So don't make the mistake I did and buy one that's gonna yellow if you plan on using your fishing lures out in the sun. But either way, I hope that kind of helps give you a little bit of idea if you're going to be constructing your own soon. And at some point I will be building, I want to build like a huge 2-tier one. I think would be really cool, but for now I'm going to keep it simple and just focus on painting and building baits. Bob, once again, thank you for shooting me that email, and if you guys have any other questions, you can either comment them here or email. I do my best to respond to everybody's comments or emails. Sometimes it might take me a day or two, but if you comment or email, I will get back to you at some point. I look forward to hearing your guys' other questions or things you want to see in my mess of a workshop, and there will be a new lure painting video with actually one of these baits on the drying rack. There'll be a new lure painting video either posted Friday or Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a phenomenal Wednesday, and I will catch you in the next one.